How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we will be installing a American Brothers oil catch can on the 2020 Scat. Now, if you recall, I put a Billet Technology catch can on my 19 Red Eye, so we just wanted to go with a different company just to try and do a comparison for build quality, fitment, overall, just see how the two compare. So we went with the American Brothers. They have designs that they can put on all their stuff. They have all the Mopar licensing, so they can put all the Mopar stuff on them, where Billet Technology doesn't have the Mopar licensing, so you can have their logos or custom stuff. So they're two companies with their own, different designs, different goes. But so like I said, we just want to try and get something different so we can do a comparison. So what do you say we get started and jump into the video? So here's everything that comes in the box. We've got the oil catch can right here with the black Scatpack B on top of it. It's in frostbite blue. Got the short, long hose. You've got the bolt that connects the catch can to the car. You got the piece for the one inlet, and then you got the color matching hose ends. In order to install this, we have a 15mm wrench for removing the bolt that's connected to the block. That is where this bolt will now connect it. We have it is a 87-975 6-point for this bolt. We have the 10mm socket. Since this car is a shaker, we have to have the 10mm socket to remove the shaker pieces. And then you have, I'm sorry, that's the 10mm. This is the 8mm to remove the inlet tube from the air filter to the shaker hood. For that has to be removed in order to get the full pieces off. Then you got your sockets. So here is the shaker. The shaker has the 4 bolts at the 4 corners that have to be removed. We've already taken them off, so we can just take that right off. And then underneath of that is the plate that mounts the shaker to the top of the motor. That bracket has to come off. And then, like I said, this extra air tube going in, coming from the shaker to the air filter has to be removed just to make it a little easier. So let's get that off and then we'll be right back. All right, so we got the top of the shaker piece off. Like I said, you had the 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you have the 5 bolts that mount this bracket to the top. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the back. So now we just have to, again, take that just extra little inlet tube off, and then we can get this off and then get started. All right, we got the second cover off. We're using the 15mm wrench. You either need a deep socket or a wrench. I said you got to remove this bolt from the block, and then the bolt that comes with it will now mount it onto there. It's got the little tab on the back that hits the bracket to keep it from falling down, a little safety feature. Again, got that special 6-point star. Gotta get it lined up. All right, so we have the catch can mounted. Again, you got the little bolt, special bolt right there. Like you said, you had to remove the factory bolt and then use this one. It went right into the existing. Again, because we have the shaker, it's got to be a little more of a pain in the rear. So this had to be, this little bracket right here had to be kind of like lifted up and pulled over so it lined up pretty good. But there it is. And now, again, if you didn't have a shaker, you wouldn't have this bracket in the way, but you gotta remove this hose right here from this end, and then this one back here from the little tank. And then you'll take your long end hose from this side, you run it up into here, and then the short end into here. Let's get the hoses. Well, actually, let's get this piece removed first, and then we can start with the hoses.
This stays on.
All right, so for the back hose into the tank, this piece had to be removed off of here because the supplied new hose is going to go over top of that. And then where you got this piece here, we kind of turned it a little bit to angle it towards the catch can. That's where this male end is going to go into there, since it didn't have a way to connect it to the new hoses. So we're going to put that in, and then we're going to get the hoses installed, and should be good to go from there. All right, so we've got the color matching end pieces on. We put a little WD-40 on all the ends to make it slide in easier. So put the first end in, the male end into the piece connected up here to the intake. All right, so we got the male end connected there, and we're connecting the other end to the furthest male end here of the catch can. And now the long hose is going to go to this, from this piece right here up to there. All right, so now we're installing the longer end, the longer hose. Now there were 4 end pieces, 4 of the color match end pieces. 3 of them are the smaller size, and 1 is the bigger size, and the bigger one goes back over here to fit over there. So we're going to push it onto here first. And again, we put some WD on there to get it to slide on a little easier. And of course, it doesn't want to work. All right, so we got this pushed all the way up. You're going to push it to where it stops. The end of the hose is going to hit that little tab right there. When it stops, it means you're good to go. Going to put the other color matching end on there. Feed it onto this end down here.
Slide right in.
And there you go. Now, again, it's a little more of a pain in the butt because it's a shaker package, so we had this bracket to worry about. So if you don't have a shaker, it'll be a lot easier, a lot quicker. But again, you got the longer hose, goes from the inside piece to this box back here. The bigger end piece goes back here to go over that. You got this little female end here that the male end goes into. That can be lifted up and turned to try and angle the hose. But then the shorty end goes to there. But there it is. The American Brothers design oil catch can in Frostbite is installed. Now, this is, I will say, this is a very nice quality catch can. I really do like it. My father likes it. Now, unfortunately, you can see these valve covers right here are from Scatpack Motorsports. Really good guy. He does color coding of stuff. They're supposed to be the same color, but you can see that they're not exactly matching. I talked to Scott from American Brothers, and this is the second catch can that he sent to us because the first one was a little further off on color matching. So this is the second one he sent to us. It's still off, but you know, it was a lot better than what the other one was, so we're just going to stay with it. You know, nice quality design, but again, I was a little disappointed in the color not matching 100% like Scatpack Motorsports does, just because they do have the rights to the factory colors, and it just wasn't, you know, 100%. But you know, again, it's livable with. You know, really nice quality made. Bracket's really nice how it fits on there. It's got this little extra piece right here to keep it from moving all over the place. Now, in the catch can, it did come with a little wire mesh. I have no idea what that's for. If that little wire mesh is supposed to come out, or if it's supposed to stay in there. If any of you have an American Brothers catch can you please let me know what that little mesh wire is in there, if it's supposed to stay in there, if it's supposed to come out. If you have any questions on this video, please leave me a comment down below. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helped you out. I hope You know, it'll make things a lot easier if you have one of these and want to install it. But that's all I have for this video. If you really enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Turn your bell notification on so you stay up to date on my videos. I'm out. Everybody be safe.